If you're feeling unmotivated right now, that you don't even want to get out of bed, you feel like the whole world is against you, then this video is just for you. I know what that feels like, where you feel like you're not good enough, that you're never gonna have the life that you want. But let me tell you something, yes, you will. You will have that life that you want. And I'm just gonna give you a few tips that have helped me to stay motivated and staying on the right track. I know what it's like to feel unmotivated, especially if you're a mom. You know exactly what I mean. Being a stay-at-home mom, it's hard. If you are a stay-at-home parent, it is hard to stay motivated, especially when your life feels like you're repeating every single day, doing the same thing over and over again, cleaning your kids' mess all the time. Nothing will ever stay clean, or so it feels like it. I don't know if you guys know the SpongeBob episode where he's like repeating the same thing over and over again and he's already fed up. Yeah, that's how sometimes my life feels, that's where it's heading. And it's hard, it really is hard. And it's so hard to get back into this routine, to stay motivated, especially on the days that you don't feel your best. But I have 5 tips that have helped me a lot throughout this journey. And so let's get started. I actually wrote them down because I didn't want to forget, and I already forgot. So let's see. So I just want to say that motivation doesn't always come naturally, especially when you're exhausted, you're feeling stuck, or you're dealing with anxiety. And I understand that because I am a mom, like I mentioned before, and I have suffered from anxiety since as long as I can remember, and anxiety has always been in my way. I feel like I've also been in my way, like majority of the time. I have imposter syndrome where I feel like I don't deserve a lot of things, and I don't know why. I feel that way because for others, I feel like they deserve so many things. But with me, I hate that about myself because I am just so hard on myself that I've put myself down a lot. I always tell myself, Abby, you're never gonna be enough. You're never gonna be good enough for YouTube. No one's gonna care. No one's gonna watch your content. You have to be up here. No one's gonna watch you. No one's even gonna watch this video. And who knows, maybe no one will watch it. I don't know. Which I hope someone watches my video, and I hope it helps at least one person. That will make me so happy. If I could at least help one person, that's all that matters. I will be giving you my 5 tips that have helped me tremendously. Let's get started. So tip number 1, when I have a big goal, I don't know what goals you might have, whether it's working out, going to the gym, eating healthier, you want to be a lawyer, you want to be a doctor, you have big goals, right? If I have a big goal, what I like to do now is I like to break them down into small actions. So for example, if you want to have a perfect body, right? Like the body of your dreams, there's going to be times that you're not going to feel motivated to go to the gym. So what you can do those days that you don't feel motivated at all, what you can do is eat healthy. And I know that there's so many people, and including me, that whenever I don't go to the gym and I'm like, well, I'll just start tomorrow, and then I'll eat like crap that day, plus not going to the gym, right? But what we're doing is procrastinating and leaving everything the next day and making it harder for us to work out or do the things that we're supposed to do the next day. So I would suggest breaking them down into 3 little actions that you can do to work towards your goal. Breaking them down into small daily actions will literally help you get to your goal, I promise you. Tip number 2, visual reminders. I love to journal. I just recently started journaling 3 weeks ago, and that has helped me tremendously. I cannot even begin to tell you guys how important journaling is. The reason why journaling works is because you write down your goals, the goals that you want to achieve. And for example, you could even write them down for a day, right? You can write down, okay, these are the tasks that I'm supposed to do today. Let's say deep cleaning your closet. If you have a vision board, those also help. Everybody was doing them at the beginning of the year. And honestly, I'm kind of bummed out that I didn't make one, because I didn't realize how important it is to visualize the life that you want. And right now, just have a little moment, close your eyes, and I want you to picture the life that you actually want. Just visualize every detail, everything that, who's next to you, what are you smelling, what, like literally anything. Just visualize that. Write it down, or what you can do is make yourself a vision board. It doesn't have to be the beginning of the year so you can create one. You can start any day out of the year. Once you visualize the type of life that you want, it's gonna make it 100 times more real. Okay, whenever I write my goals down, I like to look at them at the end of the day, and I like to cross them off. For example, today I was like, okay, I need to film at least 2 videos today, because next week I am gonna film something different. I'm gonna be doing my detox, so I had to film 2 videos today, and I wrote it down. And then at the end of the day, what I'm gonna do is cross them off, and that's gonna make me feel a lot better than not crossing them off. It's gonna make me feel a lot better. And honestly, manifestations are real. If you visualize everything that you want in life, you can get it, but you just have to work towards that goal. Also, you can put your vision board in your closet, so the first thing that you see whenever you get dressed, it's right there, and it's reminding you what you're working towards. Number 3 is start with a reset. And by that, I mean taking care of yourself as well as you're working towards your goal, because a lot of times we forget to take care of ourselves when we're working towards our goal. And that has happened to me, where I'm not consistent with my skincare. I am not consistent with myself with going to the gym. To me, going to the gym is a form of self-care that I try to do Monday through Friday. That's what makes me feel good. To me, what's the most important thing about me going to the gym is just the way I feel after. I feel better about myself because I showed up for myself, and that makes me feel a lot better instead of not showing up for myself. Because if we don't show up for us, no one's gonna show up for ourselves. I also like to do is I like to put magnesium salt in my bathtub. I fill up my tub and I put magnesium salt, and I just relax. I take care of myself. Whether you want to get your nails done, whether you want to buy yourself an outfit that week, that is okay. It's okay to indulge in something that you like to do, because I mean, imagine if you just stop taking care of yourself on your way towards your goal. You're gonna feel so unmotivated after, and I know what that feels like. I know, guys. Like, don't forget about yourself. Do things that you love doing, and trust me, you will feel a lot better. Give yourself that reward. Even at the end of the day, once you do a task, reward yourself. Watch an hour of Love Island. Do your nails. Do something that makes you happy. Life is all about balance. So don't forget about yourself again. Just keep going and stay motivated. That's what I'm gonna say. Number 4. I think number 4 is the most important one out of all the tips that I'm gonna give you. And that is to remember your why. God, I can make a whole video about this. My why is my kids, my family. I want to give my family everything that I didn't have as a kid. And I always tell my son, like, you're very privileged, you're very fortunate that you even have your own room. And although my living circumstances are not the best here, because at the end of the day, this is not my house, this is my boyfriend's mom's house. I have goals. I want my own place. I want my own freedom. I just want to like my own things. And now that my son, he has a room, like I tell him, I'm like, you are so privileged. You know, you are very privileged because I didn't have that when I was your age. And I always wanted that, you know, and thinking how my life is now is just so crazy because your life is not gonna be the same in a year from now. Whenever I think about my why, is what keeps me going. I had made a video about this actually today, and I looked back at it and I did not like it. I did not like it, and I don't even like this one 100%. And I'm over here always trying to find excuses and perfection. That there's no such thing as perfection. It's better to show up every single day than being perfect, having a perfect video. The lighting sometimes doesn't work in my favor. Where I live, the only place that I get lighting is literally the kitchen. But now the sun is out. I mean, the sun is done. But I just did not like the video, and I'm like, you know what, let me try again. I'm gonna try and see, and I'm tired. I filmed 2 videos today, so I'm tired. And I also cooked. I cleaned my closet, which was a video that I filmed cleaning out my closet because it was a mess. But I still showed up for myself, and I'm like, you know what, let me try it again. It doesn't matter how many times you fall. All that matters is if you get back up and then you show up for yourself again and again. And if you're not happy with what you work for the first time, then do it again. But don't try to look for perfection. And this is me talking to myself because I am my worst critic, right? I am my worst enemy sometimes. I am so hard on myself. I want perfection. I want to do things. I want myself to look perfect, everything. And it's just so tiring because there's no such thing as being perfect. I just have to remember my why. This is not where I want to live. I want something better for myself. I want to be independent. I want to be able to help my family with bills. I want to be able to go out, even the smallest thing. God, I want to be able to have money to buy groceries, you know, like more groceries, to not be able to have a budget so much, like a tight budget where it's like, oh my God, we can't buy this. Like, it's hard, okay? Especially when you have kids. There's times that I've cried myself to sleep, plenty of times, because I wish I could give my kids a better life. And that is my why. I want my kids to go to college. I want my kids to look up to me. You know, it's like, wow, my mom, she still pursued her dreams, you know, like she wasn't just dreaming, she actually had goals and she worked towards her goals. Because let me tell you, dreams are so different than goals. I was a dreamer for a very long time. But to me, dreams is just like, you don't do anything about them. You're just dreaming about having the life that you want. But when you have goals, it's like you have goals, but you're working towards your goals. I guess that's just how I see it, you know? And so now I'm very proud to say that I have goals. I'm like, you know what? I want my own place. It doesn't matter even if it's an apartment, but something that is mine, that I worked hard for. And no one's gonna tell me anything because it's mine. You know, and it's my family's, it's mine. And I'm gonna invite whoever I want over because it's mine. And I have to stop making excuses because I'm just tired of complaining. And it's like, I need to take action and do the things that I told myself a long time ago that I was gonna do. And that's doing YouTube, like creating content. And I don't just want the money, I also want a platform where I'm able to help someone, because I realized that I've always liked helping someone. When I was younger, I had helped my brother also lose weight. I have helped my sister lose weight. And it was something that I was very motivating. Like, I was motivating my siblings to do that. I have motivated my mom as well. And I was very proud that I was able to help my brother even land his first girlfriend, like, which is crazy. We were in high school and he was overweight, and I remember telling my brother, I'm like, you know what, like, he came up to me and he's like, I want to start losing weight. And I was like, okay, let's do it. Like, let's go running every night. Let's work out. Let's start eating healthy. You know, I was already eating healthy, so that's why he came to me. And so yeah, we started working out. It was fun, and it just felt so good to be able to motivate someone and help someone get to the goal that they wanted to achieve. And so when I started thinking about YouTube, how can I do that? That's what I can make my channel about: motivation and like lifestyle, things that I've struggled, that maybe one day it can help someone else. And always having a purpose, not just do it just because something's gonna give you money, but it's also having that purpose. Why are you doing this? You know, and yes, it's about money, but it's also because I genuinely love to help people and I love to give people advice, because I feel like my mistakes, maybe my mistakes can help someone else. And I've made plenty, okay? Plenty. I'm a human being. Like, you know, we are all human. Maybe someone's going through the same thing and maybe I can help them by just talking about my problems. Hopefully, at least one person. My why is stronger, literally stronger than the reasons why I shouldn't be doing this. So just remember that. Instead of focusing on the negative ones, focus on the positive ones. And that's gonna keep you motivated, and just keep going, and you're doing amazing. Tip number 5 is don't wait for motivation, create it with action. Even though you feel like shit right now, even though you feel like you just wanna crawl into bed and cry all day, but it's okay if you have those days, okay? But I think it says a lot about you, how strong you are and how determined you are to get towards that goal, when you still show up for yourself regardless of how shitty you feel. And that is such a powerful thing to do, because right now I feel like down here, and I'm still making this video even though I'm tired. I'm like, okay, I did not like my last video, so let me remake it again. Hopefully I like this video. But then there's been times where I think like 3 weeks ago I was really struggling, and I'm like, am I really gonna give up on this dream again? No. I think my goals, my determination, my why defeats everything, all those bad thoughts. And I have to show up even on the days that I don't want to. That is more powerful than anything. That defeats perfect, right? Like me saying like, oh my god, I didn't like my video because I didn't like how it looks. Like, I feel like the lighting was just not hitting me right, and I look super oily because I was literally cleaning my house. I had made my first video and now this one, and I look so oily for my sit down video. I haven't seen even the other video that I made, which I'm kind of nervous. You showing up for yourself even though you don't feel good is better than perfection. Okay, stop waiting around whether, okay, today I'm gonna do it, tomorrow I'll do it because I'll start feeling better. No, show up today. Okay, like show up today. If you have anxiety, God, I know what that's like. I really do, and I hate that because I know what that's like. But anxiety is just you assuming that bad things are gonna happen to you, that you don't deserve good things. That's anxiety. Don't listen to it, because you are enough and you will get through this. I promise you. This is just a phase. This is a test from God. If you don't believe in God, then this is a test from the universe that is trying to test you to see how much you want this. How much do you really want that perfect body? How much do you really want that job? How much do you really want, I don't know, that person? I don't know. Anything. And a lot of times we fail that test because we give up. We give up when things start getting a little bit hard, a little bit uncomfortable. And I mean, I'm guilty because I've tried to make YouTube videos in 2021. I gave up. I tried again in 2025. In the beginning of 2025, I gave up. And now the third time's a charm. I've been consistent for once in my life on YouTube for a month, and I'm very proud. I'm very proud because I didn't think that I was gonna come this far, but now here I am. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you like this video. If you like this video and you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, comment, like, share, and subscribe. I upload videos every Mondays and Thursdays. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.